Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another evening of Salette basketball. This is your host and announcer, Father Daniel Chavarria, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph. The 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 teams that we'll be seeing tonight: Petersburg Academy. Sorry, our crazies are filing in here on the wrong side of the court. We need them over on the other side of the court. We need you guys on the other side of the gym. You're all over there. The Salette's opponent tonight, Fountain Central, is from Indiana, just down the road in Petersburg, Indiana, which is about a half-hour drive from Schlarman Academy. They also lost their initial game of the Hilltopper Classic, falling to Milford 51-38. So both Fountain Central and Salette are going to be trying to pick up their first win of the tournament this evening. We'll be back with you in just a second to bring you the starting lineup from today's teams and a little bit of introduction to the Lions' new starter, Eamon Martin. had some nice plays last night in the paint in Fountain Central's game against Milford, able to catch the ball around the basket, control it, and get good shots up. And the Lions will be looking to overcome their size disadvantage, play good hard-nosed defense, and hopefully push that big boy out of there. However, Lions look good. They look at opening up the game. We've seen a lot of positive things. Attacking the basket, good aggressive defense. One thing that we need to see develop for La Salette, and we hope to see tonight, is the impact of senior guard Joe Martin. He was unable to make his mark in the scoring column in a significant degree last night against Bismarck-Henning, and the Lions are going to need to see some more point production from him, a 3-year starter along with Deister.
Yeah, I was able to get a few words in with Joe before the game. He said that the team going into this is really confident. Even after last night's loss, he says that they know that they were a good team and that there's, that's not going to have them put their heads down going into this game.
So the Lions are willing to bounce back, which is what you would expect from a senior-led team. A lot of pressure coming from the Lions now. Fountain Central fans asking for a call, not getting it. Lions work it around. Here's Martin attacking the basket with a little pull-up. And that is money in the bank all night long. Joe Martin from mid-range. Nice to see him in the scoring column early. You see Fountain Central working around. Here's Baradas in the low post against the smaller De Artola. And De Artola had his hands on the back of the player, which is going to be called all the time. So when you're guarding a guy in the low post, you're allowed to keep your forearm on him, called a forearm bar, but you're not. You should need to keep the palms of your hands off of him. And Joe De Artola was caught by the ref there, getting a little too up close and personal with Baradas. That's De Artola's second foul of the ball game. The third team foul on the Lions. But the Mustang strip comes up empty. And the Lions going the other way. You see what you've seen a lot of over the past 3 years, and that's Deister with a nice aggressive drive to the basket. His shot attempt is no good, but the foul on the Mustangs player will send Stevie Wonder to the line for 2 tosses. The Coliseum Crazies, La Salette student section, is in full force tonight and fully vocal. This is the last opportunity we'll get to hear them, at least in their full complement, at this tournament, Joe, with guys going home after club morning classes tomorrow for Thanksgiving break.
That's right. I guess we'll see what kind of an impact that has on the rest of the tournament. Hopefully not too much. I know one thing's for sure. Whenever I talk to Coach Spezia or whatever he's talking about, other people from different schools or whatever, talking to him about La Salette, he says the number one thing they always bring up is the La Salette Crazies.
The Coliseum Crazies, yeah, they definitely bring the energy into the gym, and they're doing that and helping out our Lions tonight.
I know for a fact that he really appreciates having them there. He likes it a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's his fallback, you know. No matter what adversity the Lions may be facing, we can be assured that the Crazies will be there, and Coach Spades will be talking about him. Turnover by Deister. Taken the other way, and that layup is good by junior Luke Foxworthy, 6'3" junior for the Mustangs. Brings the score to 10-7. 3-point lead for the La Salette Lions. No need to rush here. We have time to work it around and get a good shot. Deister gets it cross court. Nice work. Ball in the post to Derwin Wilson. Back up to Deister. He's on the much bigger Baradas. Dances with him, puts up the shot. Looks like it was partially deflected. Comes up no good. Mustangs ball the other way. You see the Lions extending a little bit of full court pressure against Fountain Central, trying to take advantage of their speed against the bigger Mustangs. And that will be a narrative that you'll see a lot over the course of the year, as La Salette having to find ways to cash in on its quickness since they're a smaller team, especially against bigger teams. A little bit of a PA announcement there. Apparently somebody had their car someplace or in some way it wasn't supposed to be. That foul will be on Joe Martin. The 4th team foul on La Salette. We saw that against Bismarck Henning. That the Lions struggled getting into foul trouble early. Joe Martin had to sit a considerable portion of the first half, which is perhaps part of the reason why he wasn't able to get into his rhythm offensively. And speaking of Joe, shuffles his feet a little bit there after catching the basketball, which will turn possession back over to Fountain Central. We hope that all the parents out there and all of our La Salette faithful from afar, alumni, and whoever has the chance to listen to us are enjoying these games. We certainly enjoy bringing them to you. And we certainly enjoy seeing that. Nice pull up from Joe Martin off the turnover from the free throw line. Just to keep you updated on the current state of affairs in the Schlarman Academy Hilltopper Classic. Yesterday was our opening day of tournament play, and that saw Milford defeat Fountain Central, the La Salette's opponent tonight, 51-38. The second game of the tournament saw Bismarck Henning take down La Salette 69-49 in a nice overall defensive struggle. St. Thomas More beat Schlarman in the late game 54-44. The first game of tonight's action, as I already said, saw St. Thomas More pick up their second win of the tournament, 64-60 over Bismarck Henning. And in this, the second game of the evening's action, we see La Salette holding on to a 12-9 lead over Fountain Central with just over 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. La Salette's holding now for the last shot of the period. Nice pass inside by Martin. Nice finish by D'Artola. Very nice way to finish off the quarter. Puts the Lions, after the first period, up 14-9. My co-host here, Mr. Mackin, is industriously keeping track of statistics for us so that we can stay on top of the action, on top of the numbers. What do we have so far in the first quarter, Mr. Mackin? Who do we have on the board for the Lions?
Well, right now, Joe Martin appears to be the Lions' leading scorer here with 6 points.
Which is exactly what we want to see.
Exactly
what we
what
were
we
talking
want to
last
see.
night about how Joe Martin, we felt we weren't able to get the production from him that's not only good to have, but the Lions need to have. And after him, Steven Deister, I know at least has a couple baskets.
Right, he's got 4 points right now.
Steve's on the board with 4, so 6 and 4. So 10 of the Lions, 14 points coming from the dynamic duo of Deister and Martin.
And if I could point one other thing out, so
Go
far
ahead.
all the shots that the Lions have taken so far they've all fallen. Not a single shot has been missed so far, so that's really good to see.
Oh wow!
All the points.
All the La Salette shots have gone in, except for Steve's drive, but he got to the line and knocked down 2 free throws for that. So every shot attempt has yielded something.
Absolutely.
That's been a hallmark of Coach Spezia teams, is patient work on offense to get a good shot. And that's been a little bit of the adjustment that's taken place between Coach Spezia and the guys. How many times did we hear Coach Spezia's first season, guys complaining, oh, he doesn't let me shoot, oh, he doesn't let me do that. And we having to explain to guys, no, he wants you to shoot. He just wants you to take a good shot. He doesn't want to see you chucking up some garbage off one pass down the court with no rebounders in position and no offensive set being run. So the Lions have been learning the difference between a good shot and a bad one. And that was a good one from Eamon Martin. Good clean look at 3. Unfortunately, goes a little long and bounces up and over the backboard. Lions are still going to pick up full court. Going to put some pressure on. Fountain Central's able to inbound it to number 32 and advance it up court. Whoa. And that is a cause for concern, which is the Fountain Central big man, number 42, who's listed at 6'10" in our program. He apparently has a bit of a touch from the outside. Joe Mackin knocking down his first three-point attempt. That's Mason Larkin, a junior, which brings it back to a one-possession game, 14-12, Lions. Open look by Steven for three, no good. Rebound by our friend, Mr. Larkin, and Fountain Central's bringing it the other way. Larkin again from the baseline with another bucket. That one a two-pointer, but ties up our ball game. There we had Steven Deister getting ready to pass it to number 11, Joe Martin. However, number 3 for Fountain Central, Will Harmon, jumped the passing lane, and that caused Steven to turn over the basketball. So we'll see the ball coming back the other way for Fountain Central. Harmon got in a little bit of foul trouble early with 2 fouls, but now he's back in the ball game to start off the second quarter of play. And that bucket's good by Larkin again. He scored 7 consecutive points to give Fountain Central their first lead of the game, 16-14. Now you see the crazies chanting, "Keep it saucy," asking the Lions to continue their energetic play. Derwin Wilson tries to flip up a shot on the baseline, but Larkin got the jump on the ball and sent it flying out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Lions underneath the basket as Joe DeArtola goes to inbound the basketball.
The Lions definitely need to get back on their offensive game here. They have to keep playing like they were early in the first. And that's exactly what we need to see as Joe DeArtola drops a triple.
I agree, Joe. And we'll also have to see what adjustments the Lions make to take Larkin out of the ball game. He's been scoring nonstop. And there he goes again. 18-17 now, Fountain Central. Joseph DeArtola knocked down a 3. Larkin answers with a 2. Just under 6 minutes to go in our second quarter of play, in our first half of play. And Joe Martin with a drive and a bucket. Lead pinballing back and forth between the Mustangs and the Lions. Nice back and forth ball game here. And there's Steven Deister. It's just so difficult against Steven. And I've seen this, Mr. Mackin, many times over the past 3 years. He's so small and quick that if another guard just exposes that ball on the dribble for just an instant, he's able to swipe it away from him. So much lower to the ground than other players and very quick with his hands. So things that guys get away with playing against other teams, they're not able to get away with when number 10's on the basketball.
Absolutely. I'd say Steve's definitely one of the core defenders here on the Lions. Another core defender here, sadly out for now, Omar Ortiz. What do you think it'll mean, going when he gets back from his injury, when he, gets back from his knee injury?
Hopefully Omar will be back with us. I think January is the timeline we're looking at. And assuming that everything checks out and, he's able to get in and play, that would change up the thing considerably because now you have a 5th senior starter. Nothing against these underclassmen that have been coming off the bench and giving good effort and really playing nice and hard. But Omar is a senior starter and very accomplished perimeter defender. You can put him on the other team's best guard and expect him to lock that guy down. So the Lions are missing his defensive intensity. That play is up and in and good by Carter Merriman, number 33, 6'2" senior, cutting the Lions' lead down to 1. So now it's 21-22 La Salette with just under 5 minutes to go in the contest. Joe Martin takes it, fakes it, no good. Charles Prather rebounds and goes back up with the ball. His shot is batted out of bounds, but position will remain with La Salette. That's a very encouraging sign from Charles Prather, who got his first varsity start last night, poor guy, and against a very tough opponent against Bismarck Henning, and understandably had a little tentative, a few jitters. But tonight it looks like he's in attack mode, going to the basket and trying to make things happen for the Lions, which is what we need from Chuck.
One of the things that I'm really starting to see this year from Chuck as opposed to last year is that he really knows where he's passing the ball, right when he gets it. He gets it, and it's out of his hands within a couple seconds.
And he's getting used to La Salette's system of play. That swung around to Joe Martin, no good. However, the rebound goes out of bounds. Derwin Wilson did a fantastic job going up to contest that rebound there against Thompson, a 6'1 sophomore for Fountain Central, and was able to draw a foul from the bigger Thompson, who now will have a seat on the bench, giving place to Isaac Gaylor, number 24, 6'3 sophomore for Fountain Central. La Salette needs to inbound the ball. And unable to get it in the 5 seconds required. Fountain Central bottling up the La Salette players to get possession back. La Salette showing that man pressure length of the court. Now Stephen Deister is out defending Jared McCarthy. A lot of pressure from the Lions. The scouting report seems to be that Fountain Central is a pressurable team. Fountain Central's able to break that pressure, get the ball inside to number 22, Seth Martin, 6'1 senior. He is fouled by Derwin Wilson. That's Derwin's second personal foul and the 6th on La Salette Academy. So one more foul, and La Salette will be shooting in the bonus. And Fountain Central will be shooting in the bonus, but the same for the Lions. One more foul on Fountain Central. They'll also have 6, and La Salette will be shooting free throws on any foul, shooting or not, the rest of the way out. Joe Martin drive to the basket there, shots no good. Missed the open Lions player under the basket. I believe that was Prather. Fountain Central working the ball around, surviving this Lions pressure, but not completely. As that ball falls to number 24, Isaac Gaylor, 6'3 sophomore, who goes inside and scores to give Fountain Central the lead, 22-21. Joe Martin with a nice basket cut there and gets the ball from Charles Prather, sends him to the line for 2 free throws. That will put the Lions in the bonus for the rest of the half, as that was Fountain Central's 7th team foul. However, the refs are having a conversation there. I believe that was a shooting foul, so that should be 2 free throws regardless. And that will see a mask timeout. So as our viewers may notice, according to IHSA guidelines this year, the State Athletic Association, players are asked to wear masks during the basketball game, and due to the difficulties breathing, the added strain that may cause on guys, they have added another official timeout, 1 per half. So we're having that right now, as both teams have a chance to head to the bench and get further instruction from their coaches. 2 nice things to see on that last possession were Joe Martin's nice basket cut and that nice pass from the wing, being able to find that cutter to the basket. While the Lions starting to click a little more and starting to look a little more comfortable in their offense. Last night, the Lions went up against a very good zone team. Bismarck Henning playing the ball press, a 1-2-2 zone defense. Lions were able to break their full court pressure, but struggled a bit to get good looks against it in the half court. This evening, they're seeing a Fountain Central team that plays mostly man-to-man defense with a little bit of 2-3 zone. And the Lions have looked much more comfortable going against the man-to-man, getting the ball to the spots on the floor where they want to get it. First free throw by Joe Martin is no good, trying to tie up the score here. The Lions are still down 1, but Martin was fouled shooting, so he'll have one more free throw to come. Second one is up and good. The Crazies voice their approval, and we have a tie basketball game, 22-22, just under 3 minutes to go in our first half. Play from Fountain Central, they're able to get an open look at the basket to give them the lead back. Nice basket cut by Fountain Central to restore their lead. Eamon Martin for 3, no good. D'Artola plucks the ball out of the air. Tries to throw a cross-court pass. Fountain Central defender jumping the passing lane, trying to come up with a steal there. Goes off of his hands and out of bounds, and La Salette will retain possession. Ball to Deister in the backcourt. 24-22 Fountain Central with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half of play. Ball to Martin in the corner. Martin seems to like that left-hand corner. As well he should, because it's been being very good to him. He knocks down a 3 to give the Lions the lead back 25-24. And there we have a foul on Eamon Martin, getting a little too aggressive, pressuring the basketball. That will be the Lions' 7th foul of the half, and that will send number 23 for Fountain Central, Kobe Wolf, a 5'10 sophomore, to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. So Kobe will have a free throw. If he makes it, he'll get another one. First free throws up and good by the 5'10 sophomore. Players settle in for our second free throw. All scores all knotted up, 25-25. And still knotted up as Wolf unable to convert on the second. La Salette ball, tie ball game, just under 2 minutes to go. Deister dancing with the ball at the top of the key there. Gets it to his partner in crime, Martin, who drives to the basket, but ball's knocked away by number 31, Luke Foxworthy, who goes the length of the court. And loses control a little bit and charges into 2 Lions, Prather and Eamon Martin. I think both of those players were trying to draw a charge there at the same time, and both, I'm sure, will be happy to take credit for it. That foul is on Foxworthy. It's his first of the ball game. The Lions will not go to the free throw line because it was a foul made by an offensive player. However, the Lions will have the ball now, as that charge will turn possession back over to La Salette. Coach Spezia is calling a timeout, taking advantage here to try to go over what the Lions would like to, what he would like to see, the Lions do on the offensive side of the floor. Looks like Fountain Central will put a little bit of ball pressure on. Still, Fountain Central still in a man-to-man, so they will, however, extend their man-to-man the length of the court to hassle the Lions a little bit. Steven Deister is guarded by Kobe Wolf, smaller, quicker player, trying to take Deister out of the ballgame. Deister dribbles the length around the court. Ball swung around. Shot is up and no good by Prather. And now it's back to Fountain Central. 25-25, under a minute to go here in our first half of play, Mr. Mackin. Joe D'Artola showing up late and getting a little too aggressive there. And he fouls number 33 on Fountain Central, Carter Merriman. Merriman, a 6'2" senior, will go to the line for the 1-and-1. For the Lions, we have junior Gus Blood checking into the ball game, number 50 for D'Artola. It's Blood's first year at the academy, his junior year. We welcome him, hailing from our parish in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He and his younger brother have both fit in very nicely here at La Salette, been good additions to our student body. That ball hits the floor, a bunch of players scrambling for it, which results in a jump ball. And possession will be retained by Fountain Central. "20 seconds to go here in the first half. Fountain Central working it around for the last shot of the half. And that's a three by Kobe Wolf to give Fountain Central a 3-point lead. Martin starts to go a little too late in the shot clock there. And we see the La Salette Lions coming into half, trailing 28-25 to the Fountain Central Mustangs. We're going to leave our viewers for just a moment here into halftime and take a break, and we'll be back at the end of this 10-minute intermission to give you some stats and introduction into the second half of play. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of play here. This is Father Daniel Chavarria bringing you tonight's action from the Schlarman Hilltopper Classic, where La Salette Academy is playing their second game, trailing at halftime 28-25 to the Fountain Central Mustangs. La Salette came up short in their opening game of the tournament last night against the Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils, losing 69-49. And tonight, they and Fountain Central are both looking for their first win. Fountain Central having fallen in their first game of the Hilltopper Classic, 51-38 to La Salette's old rival, the Milford Bearcats. La Salette had a lead for the opening first quarter of the game, and then we saw the score kind of drifting back and forth between the two teams, sort of both vying to establish a lead. La Salette has seen some promising things in that first half, especially a little bit of contribution from senior guard Joe Martin, who was a little absent in last night's game against Bismarck-Henning. Well, what do we have for the first half stats, Joe?
Right. Thank you for bringing this up. So Joe Martin right now doing a phenomenal job. He's the team leader in points scored so far this game. He's got 12 points in the first half. Next up after him, Steven Deister has 6 points. And then after him, Joe Deratola with 5 and Eamon Martin with 2. Charles Prather struggling a little bit from the inside. He's 0 for 2 from the inside, so let's hope that changes in this second half here.
At least we see a lot of aggression from those underclassmen, going after the ball, going after the glass. For Fountain Central, we saw pretty balanced scoring, I would imagine. I know that number 42 for them knocked in a couple threes, and I would imagine he would lead them in the scoring department.
Yeah, definitely. He's got 9 points so far for Fountain Central. Next up after him, there really isn't anybody who sticks out. Next highest scorer is number 33, Carter Merriman, with only 4 points. So it's quite the drop off after number 42.
And as far as Larkin is concerned, most of those 9 points were all scored in a row, basically.
Right.
He had a couple threes, and he had a putback, and then he had one other basket later. So La Salette is doing, I think, a pretty good job defensively, as they usually do, especially against the much bigger Larkin. However, offensively, they seem to be a little bit out of sorts. We've seen a few errant passes. We've seen a few mistakes being made, a couple mistakes in communication. Still adjusting at the start of this 2021-2022 campaign. Ball's inbounded to start off the half. It's La Salette basketball. Eamon Martin making his first start in a Lions uniform. Takes it to the basket, but his shot bounces away, no good. Would have been nice to see him open up the half of the bucket. Number 31, Luke Foxworthy, gets the ball in the post. Takes it to the middle. And he's fouled by Steven Deister, coming in there to help out against Foxworthy's defenders. So Mustangs will retain possession with Will Harmon, number 3, to inbound. The ball goes all the way back up to the top of the key to number 5, Jared McCarthy. Back to Harmon in the corner, who takes it and makes it over Steven Deister, extending the Fountain Central lead to 5, 30-25 against the La Salette Lions. Steven Deister controls at the top of the key. Swings it to Wilson. Wilson trying to find Charles Prather in the post, but telegraphs the pass a bit. However, nice hustle play by the Lions on the other side of the ball, with Prather and Martin both going on the floor after it. They tie it up. Mustangs will retain possession, but that will give the Lions the next jump ball. So nice hustle play by La Salette. La Salette continues to extend a little bit of full court pressure, with Steven Deister back there hassling Will Harmon. And Steven ties him up and secures the ball. Another jump ball going to the Lions this time, and you can see the value of that hustle play by Prather on the last play to give the Lions the edge. But none of that will amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world if we don't get the ball in the basket. Derwin Wilson trying to drive there, exposes the ball a little bit, and it's knocked away by the Lions. However, it goes out of bounds, and La Salette will retain possession.
Coming into the beginning of this game, we saw the Lions they had a presence on the court on offense. They were really moving the ball around well, and they were able to, find open looks to the basket and score points. Here, starting in about the second half of the second quarter, it's not been the same. It just hasn't been the same. What do you think the Lions need to adjust in order to get back to where they were early in the first?
Well, I think we're going to have to work the ball inside a little bit, and I know that that's what Coach Spades has been talking about, and that's going to be a process. So we have 3 senior starters on the floor right now, Deister, Wilson, and Joe Martin. However, Eamon Martin and Charles Prather are underclassmen, and they're the guys that we're going to be looking at to establish position inside to help the Lions to stretch the floor on offense a little bit and to stretch out this Fountain Central defense. And they just haven't seen much floor time yet. So we have to be patient with them and hope that they continue to get more comfortable out there. We saw a little bit of that lack of floor time as Eamon Martin turns the ball over and commits a foul on the play. That's his second foul of the ball game. We give Fountain Central the ball back up 5. They throw the ball inside there. Derwin Wilson commits the foul. That will, I think, be Derwin's 3rd of the game. Yep, that's 3 on Derwin. And the Lions have to be careful here. They've picked up 3 quick fouls at the second half. But Fountain Central commits one of their own. That foul will be on number 31, Luke Foxworthy. That will be the first foul on Fountain Central of the half and turn possession back over to the Lions. That's listed as the first foul on Foxworthy as well, I believe. And the Lions just look discombobulated here in this third quarter, Joe.
Yeah,
really
not
struggling.
looking good. Yeah, really, they don't look like they've got their act together, especially on offense. They're just not really playing coherently. They're not playing well. They need somebody to really step up right now.
And there, however, Steven Deister tries to rewrite the narrative, swiping the ball away from number 3, Will Harmon, and taking it the other direction. That will be the 3rd foul on Harmon. He picked up 2 early ones in the ball game. Getting a little frustrated with the smaller and quicker Deister. And now we see Joseph De Artola and Matthew Romero, number 13, a junior for La Salette, check into the ball game. Romero saw a little bit of action last night against Bismarck Henning and sees a little more tonight. And there's Romero for 3. Romero takes it and makes it. Nice shot, young man. Getting on in the scorers column and cutting the Fountain Central lead down to 2. La Salette aggressively pursuing the Mustangs on defense and getting a little too aggressive there. That's fouls on Steven Deister. That's his 3rd of the ball game.
Excellent ball rotation there by the Lions on that last possession. They were really able to find Matthew open there because of their good ball movements. So let's hope that continues throughout the rest of the game.
And there's a steal on the inbounds pass by Deister. controls it against Harmon. Harmon reaches in there and knocks the ball away, but the Lions will retain possession. So even with the Lions' offensive miscues, even with a bit of a struggle we've seen in this third quarter, they're just one basket away from tying up the ball game, down 30-28, with just under 5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Ball inbounded from Martin to Deister, cutting to the basket. Deister goes up for the shot and is fouled by number 5, Jared McCarthy. It was not a shooting foul, so the Lions will have another go at the inbound. Ball to Romero, swung around to Deister. And Joe Martin takes it to the middle, which is what we like to see. Draws a foul on number 32, Thompson, 6'1" sophomore. So the ball will stay with the Lions. That will be the third foul on Thompson and the 5th foul on the Mustangs this half. A lot of early fouls. Shot is no good, but Derwin Wilson aggressively pursues the rebound to give the Lions another shot at it. The ball is tossed cross court by Joe DeArtola, being pressured and no Locelette line available, and goes out of bounds, so now Mustangs ball. That foul is called on Deister. It's his 4th of the ball game, so he has to be careful here. Ball controlled by the Mustangs. That three-pointer look was no good by Larkin. However, there's a foul in the scramble for the ball. That will be the Lions' 5th foul of the half. And the foul is picked up on Romero, his first. Both teams head to their respective benches. Now this is another mask timeout, as we were explaining in the first half, due to players wearing masks because of the COVID pandemic. The IHSA has given another official timeout to be used. One, I must be per quarter, I guess. We must have missed the one for the first quarter. One timeout per quarter to be used, in order to give players a chance to catch their breath a little bit, since it's harder to breathe with those masks on. So Lions are being instructed by Coach Spezia on what he wants to see from them for the remaining just under 4 minutes in this third quarter of play. Not much to talk about stats-wise, I imagine, Mr. Mackin, is we haven't seen too much scoring
right
this quarter.
Right, most drives by the Lions so far in this quarter, at least, have turned into fouls on the Mustangs. So really, I mean, good job by the Lions on being able to draw those fouls, but they're really going to have to start looking towards the basket more. They
will, as I believe Fountain Central has scored just one basket. We were down 28-25 at half.
That's right.
So Fountain Central has scored one basket, and the Lions have just a three-pointer by Romero. So a dry quarter, offensively speaking. However, there's almost 4 minutes to go to change that narrative. Very nice back cut there by number 24, Isaac Gaylor. to stretch the lead back up to 4, 32-28 Fountain Central. Coach Spezia, I think, a little upset there that a Fountain Central player was left that wide open by the Lions. What can happen sometimes is that a player away from the basketball, so not the guy guarding the basketball, can just get kind of caught up in just watching the basketball, so to speak, looking at where the ball is, and stop paying attention to where his man is. So when that happens, a savvy guy like Gaylor just slides towards the basket, gets a pass, and has a nice open look for 2. 32-28 Fountain Central. 3.5 minutes to go. Be Lions basketball. Joe DeArtola to inbound. Steven Deister getting an extended rest as he has 4 fouls now. Cannot pick up another one. We'll see how the Lions do without Deister's calming presence and ball handling, as well as his aggressive on-the-ball defense. Matthew Romero gets pressured, turns the ball over. Some more of those underclassmen jitters we've been talking about so much, Mr. Mackin. Just getting used to varsity ball. A little confusion there. The Mustang player was not where he was expected to be, so possession will go back over to the Lions.
Joe Martin taking that position of leadership here while Captain Steven Deister is on the bench.
Shots up and no good by Romero. However, Derwin Wilson is there on the weak side to collect the rebound, put it back up, and draw the foul. So a little bit of hoop and harm for number 22. And he'll be at the line to try to complete the 3-point play and reduce the Mustangs' lead to just a single point. A shout out to Derwin's family, who I'm sure is going to be watching this broadcast. They're from our Phoenix, Arizona parish. Basketball, rich Wilson family, a lot of tradition there. His father, Mr. Wilson, played in Alabama for the highest classification of schools, so big schools, 4A basketball, and even won a state title there during his playing career. And he's been able, over the years, to give Derwin some much appreciated, I'm sure, mentoring and advice, although perhaps not the person Derwin might want to talk to after a bad game, but no, I'm sure he would. Derwin makes the free throw. Now it's a 1-point lead for the Mustangs, and they drew a foul on the other end of the court. Number 24, Gaylor at the line. Misses the free throw. The Lions give up the rebound.
Nice job by Joe DeArtola there to get that
Take
interception.
it right back, and DeArtola does a nice job there to get us our basketball. That's what we like to see. Ooh. That shot from DeArtola nearly went in. Nice look from the top of the key.
Beautiful ball movement here by the Lions.
Ball movement by the Lions. That's what we like to see. Romero, however, hits the ball at the free throw line. Ball gets loose. Foul is committed by Eamon Martin. That's his 3rd foul of the ball game. And that will put the Mustangs at the line, surely. Although I think Romero was trying to shoot some free throws there. I wonder if you could ever get away with that. Just, trying to sneak in. No, you couldn't. You couldn't. What am I saying? Gaylor at the line. Shots up and no good. Rebounds controlled by Romero, and Lions have the ball back. Daryl Wang, number 20 for the Lions, is in the ball game. I think that's the first action we've seen from him tonight. Senior guard, good defender, good shooter. Ball being swung around to DeArtola. And DeArtola draws the foul. That foul is on number 24, Gaylor. And that foul will put the Lions in the much appreciated bonus. So that's the 7th team foul on the Mustangs. The Lions will be shooting from here on out. DeArtola at the line for the 1-and-1. He makes this one. He ties the game and gets another. And he gets a friendly bounce from the rim. Tying up scores at 32. Waits for his second. Second's no good, so the score remains tied. 32-32. Got to call something there. Block or charge. He decides on block. That's a big load. Baradas coming down the lane there. Ryan the foul. Now we'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. That foul is on Joseph DeArtola, and it's his 4th foul of the ball game. So DeArtola and Deister both have to be careful. And here we see Charles Prather checking in the game surely for DeArtola. Free throws up and good by Baradas. Seen some nice play by number 34 on Fountain Central, both last night and tonight so far, contributing with rebounds and nice soft touch. Second free throw is no good. Rebound controlled by the Lions, and the foul is committed there on the play. That foul will be on number 31 on Fountain Central, Luke Foxworthy. And that foul will send senior guard Joe Martin to the line for 2 shots. Fountain Central up by 1, 33-32, minute and a half to go in the quarter. Free throw by Martin is up and good to tie us up. Fountain Central is the only non-Illinois team in this Hilltopper Classic. They're from just across the border, Petersburg, Indiana, about a half-hour drive from Danville, Illinois, where Schlarman Academy, the host of this tournament, is located. So an out-of-state face, but a familiar face to people in this area of Illinois. Second free throw by Martin is good. And the layup is thankfully no good by the Mustangs. Salette dodging a bullet there. Open look at the basket. Ball batted around and controlled by Joe Martin. However, Fountain Central player Savali gets in there to tie him up. And Fountain Central will retain possession. Trailing by 1, 34-33. De La Salette with a minute left to go in the third quarter. And we see for Fountain Central fans a welcome face, albeit masked, number 42, Mason Larkin, checking back into the ball game. How many points does Larkin have so far, Mr. Mackin?
Larkin's the leading scorer still. He still has 9 points.
9 points. Fountain Central gets their own hoop and harm on the other side of the court. Luke Foxworthy, number 31 with the bucket. And the foul is on number, I can't see it's listed as number 20, but I don't, oh yeah, it's on Daryl Wang. We do have a number 20, it's on Daryl Wang. And Foxworthy converts the free throw to give Fountain Central a 2-point lead. Just under a minute to go. That loose ball is also controlled by Fountain Central. Errant pass, and Joe Martin didn't want to touch it. You can see Mountain Central, after their loss last night to Milford, is really pressing hard here. They can smell the blood in the water, and they want to pick up their first win of the year against the Lions. A little overeager there. Foul by on number 3, Will Harmon. That's his 4th of the ball game. So we have quite a few players now in foul trouble. On the Lions side, D'Artola and Deister. And on the Mustangs side, Harmon, who had picked up 2 early fouls and now has 4. Wilson at the line, no good. Rebound to Foxworthy. 4-point lead by Fountain Central. They control the ball out at the half-court line. Daryl Wang fighting for it. That 3-point attempt by Mason Larkin to end the quarter was no good, bouncing away. However, Fountain Central ends the game on a bit of a push. They now carry a 4-point lead into the 4th quarter of play, 38-34 over La Salette. As our listeners and our viewers, excuse me, I should say viewers, not just listeners, as our viewers, I am sure, are well aware, the Lions have their backs up against the wall a bit heading into this first quarter. So they're down 4 to Fountain Central, and 2 of the Lions' key players, D'Artola and Deister, both have 4 fouls. 1 more foul, and either one of them would be out of the basketball game for the remainder of it. So that's going to impact on from their standpoint, how they defend people, their aggressiveness, their play off the ball. And that's going to give Fountain Central the opportunity to be more aggressive offensively with some of their players to attack D'Artola and Deister to try to draw that foul and get them out of the game. It'll be Lions ball to start off the 4th quarter, however. The Lions begin the period with D'Artola, Deister, Wang, Martin, and Wilson. So senior starting 5 here. We'll see how this veteran group does. Down 4, 8 minutes to go against Fountain Central. Second game of the Hilltopper Classic.
It was a quiet 3rd quarter for the Lions. The leading scorer only had 3 points, Derwin Wilson. So we definitely need to see the Lions step it up on offense here in the 4th.
I completely agree. Finding Wang on a cut to the basket, but the ball is knocked away, and Lions will retain possession.
Got to get that thing inbounded.
Ball's in the corner to Wilson. Wilson pump fakes, gets his man in the air. The ball is tied up and will go on the jump ball to Fountain Central. 7.5 minutes to play. That play was made by Larkin, driving to the basket and finding number 33, Carter Merriman, underneath for the 2. Extending the Fountain Central lead to 6. And Larkin steals the ball from D'Artola, goes the length of the court and scores. And now the lead is 8, 42-34 Fountain Central. Steven Deister, penetration, no good with his shot. Lions rotating, Fountain Central working the ball around. The Mustangs will be in no hurry here, no reason to rush. Up 8 in the final period. Ball goes inside. That basket is made by Foxworthy, extending the Fountain Central lead to 10. 44-34, Fountain Central. Martin finally breaking the scoring drought with a drive and a bucket to cut the Mustangs' lead to 8. No need to despair here, Mr. Mackin. I can see you getting that frown on your face. You don't need to worry. We still got just under 6 minutes to play, plenty of time. Ball's on the deck. Wilson comes up with it. Larkin had a nice drive to the basket. And Joe Martin savvily, very savvily, slows down to draw that foul from Larkin and send him to the line to stop the clock and put some points back on the board. That's listed as the first foul on Larkin. I don't know if that's true. I think he's committed at least one of the fouls. He's not in foul trouble, but I think he has at least one other one. Free throw by Martin's up and good. You can see on that last play there, Joe Martin showing his senior savviness. He could sense that Larkin had a full head of steam and he was behind him. He was dribbling, so he slowed down and allowed Larkin to run into him and drew the foul. And more importantly, makes both of his free throws. So now we have I can't count. We have a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. 44-38, 5.5 to go in the quarter.
La Salette's going to need to start getting that momentum back. The Crazies are going to help a lot with that.
Number 23 for the Mustangs, Kobe Wolf. Gets a little ahead of himself there, dribbles the ball off of himself, and La Salette will retain possession. And the Fountain Central coach could smell a little bit of momentum being picked up by the Lions, and he didn't want to see that happen. So he calls a timeout to kind of calm things down and give Fountain Central a chance to set themselves, to set their defense against whatever La Salette has planned. However, he is giving Lions legendary coach John Spezia a chance to concoct the set that he wants to see his Lions run on offense and the kind of look that he wants us to get. You can feel Mr. Mackin. At least I can feel it. I don't know if you can feel it. You just got numbers and stuff going on over there. You're a busy man. But you can feel the tension heightening in this historic Schlarman Gymnasium. Schlarman Hilltopper Gymnasium, as we have a tightly contested game. And now stretching into the fourth quarter with the Mustangs, the Fountain Central Mustangs, having a 6-point lead. They were up by as many as 10. Deister, playing with 4 fouls, advances the ball across half court. Lions come into their set. It's the ball to DeArtola. Now to Martin. A lot of heavy pressure being put up by the Fountain Central guards. Now Deister is getting it back up top. Finally just goes and gets the basketball. Gets it to Wilson, to Wang. Ooh, 3-pointers up and no good. Baradas on Fountain Central went to control the rebound there, and he was fouled by Derwin Wilson, who did not have position and therefore was forced to come over his back. That will be La Salette's 10th foul of the half. Fountain Central also having committed 10. So from here on out, anytime there's a foul by either team, the other team will have not 1 but 2 free throws. Baradas' first is up and good.
That's also Derwin Wilson's 4th foul of the game. So that means the 3 of the La Salette 5 players out there right now are playing with 4 fouls.
Yes, we have DeArtola, Wilson, and Deister all with 4 fouls. And both free throws are good. So lead is back up to 8. 46-38. Fountain Central. Just under 5 minutes to play. La Salette ball. We can see the Crazies chanting the fight song. And that is a very welcome sight. That is a 3-pointer by Joe DeArtola to cut the lead to 5. And there is errant ball control by number 3, Harmon. Ball stolen by the Lions, who now have a chance to chip further into this 5-point lead. Starting to get to the time in the game where each possession really counts. Joe Martin with the spin to the basket and a drive. Unable to score, but the ball goes off Fountain Central. However, I think we see his brother Eamon getting ready to check into the game. Coach Spezia not liking what he's seeing from Joe there and wants a little brother for brother substitution. So Eamon will take the floor, number 15. Ball to be inbounded by D'Artola. Baseline runner by Deister, an air ball. Ball controlled by Harmon, who comes back the other way. Deister has to be careful here that he does not pick up another foul. Three-pointer by Harmon from the corner, no good. Rebound, no good by Baradas. Deister comes up with the ball on the rebound and takes it the length of the court. Nice pick of behind-the-back trickery that the Crazies appreciate. And Deister with a drive and a score. Cutting the lead down to 3 now, 46-43. A charge being, oh no, not a charge. A foul being called by Joseph D'Artola as Harmon had a full head of steam going to the basket. Thought it was a charge for a minute, but a blocking foul being called on D'Artola as Harmon had a full head of steam to the basket. And the officials want to give us another masked timeout. So, Lions and Mustangs will both head to their benches with 3.5 minutes to go in the game, excuse me. And the Fountain Central Mustangs enjoying a 48-43 lead on the La Salette Lions, with Harmon, their guard number 3, going to the line to be able to have a chance to complete the 3-point play. How many is that for Harmon now in the ball game, Joe?
Harmon has 3 points. Only 3
points. Okay.
Right.
With that basket, 3 points. Lions definitely don't want him to have 4, as that would stretch the lead back up to 6. Big three-pointer being knocked down by D'Artola there, which is a very key shot for La Salette, putting them in a position now to chip further into this Mustangs lead. However, we needed to control our own destiny and get the ball back and hope that Harmon will not convert this free throw. 48-43, Fountain Central Mustangs with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the basketball game.
This game's going to come down to the wire, that's for sure.
The game's definitely going down to the wire. And that was Joseph D'Artola's 5th foul, so his night is done. He will be on the bench for the rest of the game. Almost thought he drew the charge there, but just moved a little bit at the end. So Harmon's free throw is up and good, and the lead is now 6, 49-43, Fountain Central. La Salette basketball. Ball being worked around by the Lions as the Crazies chant their approval. Ball is in the corner to Eamon Martin, almost went in there. And rebound controlled by Romero. Gets it back up top to Deister. Deister drives. Shot's no good. But the foul is being called on Fountain Central, which will send Deister, a very good free throw shooter, to the line. I apologize to our viewers. I cannot get a look as to who that foul was on. It's on number 31, Luke Foxworthy. It's his 4th foul of the game. Deister's first free throw is no good. Rare miss for him. You can see some frustration there on the Fountain Central coaches' part as his 6'10" postman Larkin was running down the floor instead of taking a position to box out for the rebound. And the Fountain Central coach was saying, hey, son, you're 6'10", get back in there and get some boards. And he does. Both free throws missed by Deister. Fountain Central with the ball up 6. Fountain Central will now hold the ball as long as they possibly can. Down low, ball worked around and passed to Carter Merriman, who converts for 2, stretching the Fountain Central lead back up to 8, 51-43. 2.5 minutes to go. Crazies continue to chant their approval. But Derwin Wilson gets a little ahead of himself with the basketball there and turns it over with a traveling violation. Lions trying to trap and get the turnover, but Fountain Central advances it. Blocking foul called on Eamon Martin as he tries to get into the way of Harmon driving to the basket. That foul will send Harmon to the line for 2 free throws. That's Martin's 4th foul of the game, so another La Salette player with close to fouling out. Harmon's first free throw is up and good. He waits for his second. And there's Larkin going to work on the boards there, extending the Fountain Central lead to 11. There's the steal. Fountain Central who advances it. Here in the corner is up, no good, but rebounds controlled by Larkin, who turns around and now we'll have a 20-second timeout called by the Fountain Central coach with a minute and 44 seconds to go in the game. And his Mustangs up by 11 on the La Salette Lions, 54-43. La Salette pushed back against the narrative there for a bit, making their run against Fountain Central. However, unable to maintain that initiative. Fountain Central pushed back with a run of their own and now are comfortably in front with just under 2 minutes to go in our ball game. Fountain Central gets the ball back into Harmon's hands, and Steven Deister swipes it from him. And the foul is called on Harmon as Deister goes up and scores. That, I believe, will be Harmon's 5th foul of the game. So it'll be the end of the night for him. Hopefully not the end of the night for the Lions. Deister will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. His last trip to the line saw 2 uncharacteristic misses by Deister. Hopefully this time we'll see Steve return to his normal form. Shot is up and good by Deister. Lead is now 8. Fountain Central gets the ball across and will play patiently. Charge being called. Charge drawn by Joe Martin. La Salette pushing back here. A minute and 22 seconds to go in our game. They trail by 8. They have the basketball. They have some momentum. We'll see what they can do. Ball inbounded to Deister. Crazies roar their approval. Deister sets for 3, takes it, does not make it. Rebounds controlled by Fountain Central. With a minute to go now, up by 8. Deister comes in for the steal there, but it's called for the foul, and that will be the end of the night for him. I believe that'll be his 5th foul of the game, which will send him to the bench. No indication yet being given. Oh, maybe not. I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm counting wrong. Deister is still in there. I thought that was 5 fouls, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 5 fouls.
Well,
I'm not
in case the
complaining.
refs are listening, I didn't say anything. Salette ball, 54-46. Deister squares up, misses from 3. Found Central with the board. That's number 32, Thompson, a sophomore. The foul is on Joe Martin, number 11. Thompson will go to the line for 2 shots. His Mustangs enjoying a 8-point lead, now 9, with 36.5 ticks to go in the game. La Salette Lions call a timeout now. Coach Spezia want to give some final instructions to the troops before the last half minute of the basketball game. La Salette playing tough, playing hard, playing with some desperation in the 4th quarter, but looks like we're going to come up short tonight. Mr. Mackin against the Fountain Central Mustangs, who have a 9-point lead with 36.5 seconds to go. Final instructions being given. La Salette Lions await as Fountain Central coach is still instructing his troops. 9 minutes to go here. The Crazies stomp on the bench and roar what encouragement can be given to their Lions, whom they love and support so much. The Lions who are now trailing 9 to Fountain Central, with Fountain Central's own Thompson at the line. With 1 free throw to go, he made his first. Now awaiting the basketball to shoot his second. Shots up. Shots good. 10-point lead for Fountain Central, who we see now showing a 2-1-2 press. A little bit of a different look for the Lions. Joe Martin falls over, loses the basketball. Ball is across. Derwin Wilson's 3-pointer is up and no good. Rebound controlled by Larkin. 12 seconds to go here. Mad scramble in the backcourt. The ref blows an end to the madness as Larkin is fouled, dribbling the ball up. That foul is on Derwin Wilson. That's his 5th foul of the ball game. 6.3 seconds to go, and Larkin will be at the line. Larkin's first shot is up and good. Second shot, up and no good. 6 seconds to go, rebound to Prather. Martin drives lane. And Martin's shot to end the ball game is no good here. La Salette put in a valiant effort, but came up short tonight in their second game at the Hilltopper Classic, falling 57-46 to the Fountain Central Mustangs. That will be Fountain Central's first win of the tournament. So now they're 1-1, having lost their first game to the Milford Bearcats. It's La Salette Lions' second loss of the tournament, having lost their first game 69-49 to Bismarck Henning. So the Lions start off the 21-22 campaign 0-2. Hopefully they'll be able to come back from that and get some wins up on the board. What do you have statistics-wise for us, Mr. Mackin?
Well, our
Into this
leading
game. Who do we have scoring?
Our leading scorer tonight was Joseph Martin here with 18 points. Second after him was Steven Deister with 11, and then Joe Deratola with 9.
Joe Deratola with 9. So the two leading scorers, Deister and Martin, what you would expect, what you would hope for. And for Fountain Central, who did we have? It looked like number 42 made his presence felt.
Yeah, number 42, he had, sorry, just give me a second here, 14 points.
14 points for Larkin, the big man, and a pretty balanced scoring effort all around from the Fountain Central Mustangs. Disappointing night tonight for the Lions, but we encourage you not to let that deter you, to keep following and supporting your Lions from afar, and especially to tune in on Friday. So the next 2 nights, Wednesday and Thanksgiving Thursday, will both be off nights for the tournament, no games played. Friday, we'll see Hilltopper Classic action resume, and La Salette then will feature in the first game at 5 p.m. against St. Thomas More, who will be a tough challenge for the Lions. La Salette losing their first game to Bismarck Henning, whom St. Thomas More beat by 4 points in the first game of tonight's action. So that game's at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. As usual, we will broadcast and then record the broadcast due to transmission difficulties with the Wi-Fi tonight, and have that available for you at least by 9:30 p.m. since we're playing the early game. Might be available a little before, so please check out our YouTube channel and check out that game on Friday, November 26th, La Salette versus St. Thomas More at 5. This is Father Daniel Chavarria signing off and wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving holiday.